welcome to 3x2, the show that takes 3 topics and throws them at 2 geeks. Kia ora, I'm Lars D, the Pseudo Kiwi, coming to you from 3x2 Studios West.
And I'm the Illustrious Patrick M, still in 3x2 Studios, Ohio, and glad I'm not the one who forgot to hit the button to get the sound to work. I'm an asshole. Yes! I'm an asshole.
You know, if we wouldn't get flagged for copyright, I'd probably play that song right now, so fuck you.
Which fuck you song?
No, I'd say I'd be playing Asshole by Dennis Leary.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Either way.
Yes.
Either way, a fuck you would also be good too.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be all right. So
either or both versions simultaneously while naked.
All right.
Jerking off on the ceiling because jizz. Speaking of jizz,
this episode we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about something fun, right? Right.
Yes, Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh and that clusterfuck of a situation, of a disaster, of a mess. Fuck me, it's fucking pointless, but oh well. And then
we're going to talk about
fun with hacking, the Chinese sticking chips on servers, and that little email telling you you've been caught jerking off to porn.
Wait a minute. That happened to me a long time ago. Wait a minute.
And the third topic's Robopussy.
Yeah. Basically, that's it.
We're not even going to tell you. Say Robopussy on the episode.
We're not going to tell you. We're not even going to tell you what it's about until we talk about it. But we're just going to say Robopussy. So
Robopussy. Robopussy. There it is. Robopussy.
Robopussy. Transform and put out.
So let's get to the bullshit.
Which one? Oh yeah, Kavanaugh. Okay.
Yeah, the real bullshit. First of all, I'm not in favor of this. I'm going to say before the whole sexual misconduct bullshit came out, I was not a big fan of this candidate. I've looked at the last 3 candidates that Obama put out and the one that Trump has put out that was not nominated, that was actually confirmed. That would be from Obama, Sonia Sotomayor, Elena Kagan, and the obstructed till they had power, obstructed till the Republicans got power and didn't have to deal with it anymore, Merrick Garland, and Trump's first appointee, Neil Gorsuch. I liked all 4 of these. I mean, obviously they have their political baggage, but all of them seem to be intelligent, independent jurists that weren't going to just suck the dick of whatever administration appointed them.
Right.
I mean, you could count on the kind of lean one way or kind of lean the other. That's the price you pay for the party being that's in power, being able to nominate the candidates. They're going to get somebody that's going to lean their way. But even with Gorsuch, he's already had some rulings where if you look at it from a idiotic President Cockface McDickballs appointee dick sucker point of view, he's said fuck you no to Trump on some things. He's ruled in favor of freedom and liberty and not Trump, which is usually the case.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've been impressed with some of the things that have come out of all of them, and obviously there's some things where I disagree, and I think their reasoning was fucking bullshit, but they were intelligent about it. Yeah. Kavanaugh feels like a political appointee hack.
Right, and it's not, and just important to note here, it has nothing to do with your feelings or our feelings on whether or not he did anything inappropriate with Dr. Ford.
Yeah, so let's get to that. So the first one was Dr. Christine Blasey Ford came out with these allegations that basically back when they were both in high school and she was like 15. Her allegations are that he got her drunk into her room, was holding her down, covering her mouth, not letting her scream, and trying to hold her down and stick his dick in her. His buddy knocked him off of her, and she ran out of the room and escaped from there. This was a credible and honest and believable accusation that needed some examining and some honest debate about whether this was something that had happened and whether this was something that disqualified him for the Supreme Court.
Right, and it's really important that they actually take the time and look into something like this, because you don't want to take the risk of putting somebody that doesn't belong in that position of power to do so, to be there. So it doesn't hurt anything to follow up on what you said is a credible story. The other stories that this is something we talked about, I think yesterday. The other that came out.
The second one was, and I'm drawing a blank on names because I just don't give a shit at this point. The second one was that he was acting like an asshole at a drunken college party and pulled his dick out. The third one was that they were spiking, that in high school they were spiking drinks and they were getting girls passed out in bedrooms, and then the guys would line up and take turns fucking the shit out of them. That kind of sounds like whole satanic panic bullshit to me.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the whole thing about pulling your dick out in college, that happens. Okay. It I mean, if you want to say that it's something that you should be triggered, that should be okay to be triggered about, I saw a meme yesterday. And to be honest with you, I just get so sick and tired of seeing these things where they talk about, it's like it has a picture of a woman, and it says if she sees a penis, a naked penis at a college party, it's a sex crime, or sexual assault. In the next frame, it shows a little girl standing at a sink, a bathroom sink. And it says if she sees a penis in a public restroom, it's called tolerance. I'm like, you guys are fucking that's worse than apples and oranges.
That's apples and fuck you, suck my dick, asshole, cum shitters.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about it, if you want to put it into some form of excuse me, if you want to put it into some form of analogy, it's going to be like apples and anvils.
Anvils on your balls.
Repeatedly.
On your balls.
Balls. Sack. You just like saying balls, don't you?
Yes, balls.
Yeah. So the thing is, like the last story, as you said, it's kind of it's just stinking of BS.
It's Democrats have a reason. Hey, this is our way to keep him from getting on the court. So we're gonna throw shit at the wall and hope it sticks. And and at the worst, and I read this earlier, a good argument that this kind of shit basically undermined Dr. Ford's legitimate point of argument.
Right, because now you have all these people who are Republican followers, or they're like, see, these two are bullshit. That must mean that this is bullshit.
That it's just the Democrats trying to keep a good nominee out. Bullshit. He's not that good of a nominee. He's shitty on the Fourth Amendment, believes the president shouldn't be prosecuted, and Trump's nominating him. Yeah. There's legitimate reasons that he shouldn't be. The only other thing is that he's patently dishonest and got a little bit pissy because after Ford's testimony, then they started throwing this other shit at him, which started from legitimate to it's the 80s to this is bullshit.
Pretty much, yeah.
Now I'm going to advance a theory that I think I know what actually happened in high school, and Kavanaugh's lying and saying, I have no recollection of I don't remember this, and this did not happen. I patently deny all this, which he has to do because the Me Too bunch will eat his ass alive. They're going to anyway, but at least he's on the record saying no consistently until otherwise.
Right.
So here's what I think happened. And let me preface with this, that I believe that Dr. Ford felt like she was assaulted. She legitimately suffered from this and came forward because of how shitty this was. And what happened to her. But what I suspect happened is that we had a horny, fairly entitled high school student by the name of Brett Kavanaugh who had some young, nubile, tasty little piece of ass in front of him. And he was getting a little grabby and a little rough. And she was resisting, but she wasn't kicking and screaming and punching at him. She said, it'll be okay, it'll be okay. But gets knocked off, and she runs like hell.
Right.
I don't think in his mind he was trying to sexually assault her or force his dick inside her or anything like that. I think he was trying to get some and pushed it a little farther than he probably should have. I'm pretty certain from talking to, this comes back from my 10th high school reunion, I remember talking to someone who remembered me being just this creepy, sick fuck. Not like I am now. I'm a creepy, sick fuck, but
yeah,
the kind of creepy, sick fuck that's open and friendly. And yeah, I'll say I'm a horny pervert. I'd like to slam my dick in every piece of ass I can get my dick into. That's not a fucking psycho hose beast or succubus.
That would never happen.
Never again.
Nice. So yeah, okay. And again, I mean, there's a situation where you have things happen in high school, and this is not the old boys will be boys. We believe that she was legitimately traumatized by this event, and that being said, you got.
Was this a crime or a crime that deserves to disqualify him for the Supreme Court from high school shit?
Right. And trust me, without going into details, if I was vilified for every mistake I made from high school shit, yeah. Well, no. I wouldn't be anywhere near what I'm doing right now.
In other words, what he did, would it have been considered criminal back then? Probably not.
Right.
It'd have probably been a finger wagging and a little yelling and chewing ass at the worst.
Yeah, and if if you even think about doing any stupid shit like this again, your ass will be fucking strung up from the nearest tree, boy.
Or we'll just have her parents come over and give you a shotgun hello.
Yeah. Because
that's what it would have been.
Because she would have been, her complaint, her experience, her situation would have been validated right then and there. But it wouldn't have been involved, somebody, going to jail, and unless he actually did get more than just grabby, if worst happened, of course, off you go.
If shit had gone much farther than it would have, then it would have been a different story. But the story was basically kind of holding down, trying to keep her from screaming, but then got knocked off and didn't really try that hard.
Right. So at this point, it just need to leave this shit alone and let the process run its course. Of course, but we already know that the Republicans have enough votes to push his ass through, anyways.
Yeah. So basically, it's going to another partisan thing, and it's fucking pointless.
Speaking of fucking pointless,
this has a serious point.
A very serious.
Let's get
point.
to. Yeah.
Let's go into topic 2 here, okay? And this is something that I saw earlier this week. Not personally.
You kind of overheard a conversation about Chinese hacking and shit like that.
Right.
And at the same time, I run into this article here. This is actually, I think it's from Bloomberg. Basically, hold on, let me find the title here because I scrolled down. Basically, called "The Big Hack: How China Used a Tiny Chip to Infiltrate U.S. companies." Basically, it is this super tiny chip, and we're talking it's barely visible on a thumb.
Right.
Packed onto a motherboard. Looks like just some kind of junction that allowed them basically to rewrite some code and get backdoor access to servers. These servers were, where did they go to? Let me see here. They came out of a company in San Jose and were put in a bunch of companies. So the thing we learned here is basically, yeah, there's hackers constantly trying to get into everything, and it's always a game. And being able to do it with hardware from the factory is holy shit levels of difficult to stop.
Right. And that's the problem is that you just don't know. You have that unknown factor of what's going to go on with what they get access to and what they do with that information. One of the other things that was talked about in this in another conversation was the fact that people are getting emails basically trying to extort money out of them, pretending like they've been caught on some sort of dodgy porn website, and then there's video of them, pleasuring
jerking
themselves.
Off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, and I've seen this from several, because I do the internet tech support, so I've seen this from several customers. They call in. The subject line actually has a password that they've actually used. One of them, it was their Windows login. The other one, it was an old password. And the third one, it sounded like one that she generated. These are the three I can remember. The third one, it sounded like a password she had generated, just a throwaway password for a site that she wasn't otherwise going to use. But these were all passwords that legitimately existed. So somehow, hackers got a hold of a password list associated with email addresses. It turned out not to be the actual passwords for the emails in any cases.
Right.
And you said you found you from your job found that it had tracked to somebody specifically.
Right, and what had happened is it had been tracked down to a compromised LinkedIn account. It was a data breach that happened with LinkedIn, and yeah, that's kind of where the information was coming from.
But the fun thing of these emails is from there it would kind of say, "Well, you don't know me, but let me get right to the point. I snuck some spyware software onto a over 18 site porn, and when you went to that site, it downloaded it on your computer, and when it downloaded it, it recorded what things you visited, and I saw variations. Either you have very good taste, or you have very kinky taste, or whatever. And in addition, I used your webcam, and using your webcam, I recorded what you did while you watched the site, which usually involves splooging all over the fucking place, because it's fucking porn, dude." And then it says, if you do not respond within 48 hours, I'm going to use all the contacts that I took off of your computer. I'm going to send all the video to everybody, and they get to watch you blasting rope to Waluigi hentai porn.
I'm sorry.
I did make the mistake of Googling that just to see if it existed. No, yeah, it fucking exists. Oh, fucking me sideways.
What was the thing I sent you early in the week? The meme was about Jesus.
Something about Jesus having to see all this humanity
and still decided
himself after seeing that shit.
Yeah, it was funny, like what was it? It was Louis, or was it Waluigi blasting rope to hentai. It's like, oh my god.
But to get back to where it was, basically the scam was, here's how to get onto Bitcoin. Send it to this Bitcoin address. Send us I think the dollar amounts were between $600 and $8,000, and this one woman had gotten several of them, and had gone down from $8,000 to $600. Oh, they're not kind of pushing. Yeah, it's a scam.
Yeah, of course
it's a scam. Assume that it's a scam. Even if you're the kind of person who's jerking off and your wife doesn't know about it, and she will flip and divorce you, it's a scam. Assume it's a scam. Worst case scenario is they're going to send the video out, and your wife's going to divorce you because you were jerking off to Waluigi hentai.
Oh dear God!
But the point is always secure stuff. Use good passwords. Hint: if you use your email address in your password or use the word password, you're an idiot. You are fucking stupid beyond human recognition. You should have this. You should have this water bottle filled up with battery acid, turned sideways, shoved up your ass, and then exploded with, I don't know, something so explosive that it actually rips your asshole out and explodes your guts. And then the acid starts dissolving your insides and drips down in your junk, and then your junk falls off while you're screaming.
Okay.
Okay.
You feel better now? Well, okay. So the thing is, if at least if you're in the Houston area, maybe jerking off to Waluigi hentai has an alternative.
No, it doesn't.
Maybe it doesn't because go ahead and lead us into this one. It's basically
Roboporn.
Robopussy.
Robopussy.
What was the
sex robot brothel blocked by Houston government? Why? Because the government has this need to say, no, you can't fuck a robot.
Yeah.
Explain that to me.
Well, remember the comment I made before we started broadcasting? Robopussy, transform and put out. So
yes, that's not happening.
No, but the thing is, what the company that is trying to open a brothel in the city of Houston is
Canadian company.
What's that?
Some fucking Canadian company.
Yeah, it's fucking weirdo Canadians, eh? They're trying to basically say that, well, look, it's a
roll for initiative, eh?
It's a it's not a human being, so it shouldn't be classed as prostitution. So then, therefore, not illegal.
It should still be legal, which should still be legal because it's a consensual transaction.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
Or even more consensual, you're just fucking you're basically fucking a fleshlight that has tits on it and acts like a woman. Hello, put it in me. Hi there, sexy guy. Do you want to stick it in me? Robert. You can fuck me in the ass now, Robert. Wait, did they do this on Futurama?
Oh my god! I'm sorry. Oh my god! He broke me.
I win again. I win the internet. Fuck you all sideways with a dick. Twice.
Robert.
It comes up your ass.
I mean, seriously, this is the state of play. I mean, I understand that everything is bigger in Texas. Well, not everything.
Why can't we have fucking Robopussy? Why can't we have it in Ohio? I'm sure California will legalize it. Except that somebody will probably...
What are you talking about legalizing? They'll probably fucking revolutionize it.
And then it'll give you cancer because California.
Yeah. Everything. Yes. Everything in California gives you cancer. Everything. The air gives you cancer. The water gives you cancer.
This podcast will give you cancer.
Yes, this podcast will give you cancer. Warning.
In California.
Only in California. If you're anywhere else, you're fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. The thing is that it comes down to, look, it is the oldest profession in the in the world, but at the same time, where do you draw the line? You know, I mean, are we talking that something like when we get to the AI levels, when we start developing artificial intelligence? Is at that point, does it become wrong? I mean, who gives a shit? I mean, if you want to stick your dick in a robot, go for it. At least it's not gonna get pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh.
And by robot, we don't mean your wife because she's just kind of okay. I will put out for you today,
Robert. Oh my god. Oh my god, that would just be so. Look, if I wasn't engaged to be married, I would probably just find a way to do it just for the sake of saying, yeah, I fucked a robot. Like it's like when.
Wait a minute. What if the robot was shaped like Waluigi?
As long as there's arcing rope of jism. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Think about it this way. What is it with, shit. Oh, it was, from Clerks 2, I think. You know, and Jay is like, you know, I want to go out to space. I want to, go out and find new worlds or find new life forms and fuck it. And like, you know, shit, homeboy done fucked a Martian. It's like, you know, well,
yes, I want to fuck Martians.
You know, what about
I just want to fuck.
Yeah, you do.
Fuck, I want to fuck.
Are you okay? Are you having a stroke?
It shit's broke. I want to fuck a robot. I want to fuck something other than my fucking hand. Okay, my camera's moving down because
you're pounding hard metal too hard. I guess that was what happened if you could have that in a robot.
Actually, that's wood I'm pounding. I'm pounding my wood too hard.
Yeah. Well, as much as we'd like to fuck a robot, that's all the time we have for this episode of 3x2. Because, fuck it. We're done, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. Well, I'm Lars D, the Pseudo Kiwi.
And I'm the Illustrious Patrick M.
And I guess, folks, we'll see you, in 2 weeks? Yeah, maybe 2 weeks. Whatever. Whenever we feel like talking to you.
And then maybe I'll get a fleshlight by then.
Maybe 2.
Use it while talking.
Ooh. Wait a minute. Get some Crisco.
Not like you can see my pants anyway.
That's even if you're wearing pants. And I don't even want to know. I don't want to. Anyway,
I'll show
folks,
you.
Please don't. Dun, 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 dun.
Cut before I pull my dick out, folks.
Help! He's not wearing